I'm Chandra Price, the founder of the Medicare Teachers. We don't work for the federal government. We are not employees of the federal government or the federal Medicare program. We are independent brokers who like to help people. We're across the country, so if you have questions, please give us a call at 1-866-READY65. Today we're going to talk about different kinds of Medicare Advantage plans. And at the top of the board, I wrote MA/MAPD because some plans are Medicare Advantage plans only, meaning that they do not include Part D prescription drugs. They're only for the medical side of it. So they'll cover you for anything that original Medicare covers you for the hospital or for doctors, but they're not going to cover any Part D prescription drugs. What's important to know about that is if you are looking at a Medicare Advantage plan, almost all Medicare Advantage plans, if they're MA plans only, do not allow you to enroll in a separate Part D plan. So pay very close attention to if it's a Medicare plan, Medicare Advantage plan only. MAPD is Medicare Advantage with Part D prescription drugs. And those are the most common kinds of Medicare Advantage plans that you're going to see on the market. Now, the different kinds of Medicare Advantage plans, we have HMOs, PPOs, and special needs plans. There are other kinds of plans as well, but we're not going to go into those very much because they're kind of rare and we don't want to jumble up your brains with things that you are not even going to need to consider or learn about. So HMOs, if you want to know, HMO stands for Health Maintenance Organization, but HMOs have a defined network of providers. They have this network and you are not allowed to go out of network unless it's an emergency. Now, if it's an emergency and you need to go to urgent care or to the ER, you don't even think twice. You just go and you get the treatment that you need. If you're having chest pains and you think you're having a heart attack, if you fall and you break your leg, if you cut yourself and you need stitches, no matter where you are, you're going to have coverage in case of an emergency. Go get the help that you need. Now, however, for routine care with an HMO, you must see in-network providers. You cannot go out of network. There are sometimes exceptions to that if the plan approves it in advance, but for the most part, you're not going to go out of network with an HMO. Also, many times with an HMO, you're required to get a referral. This is not always true. It's not 100% of the time. Not every plan requires referrals. But if you have a plan that does require referrals, you're going to need to get a referral from your primary care doctor before you can go and see the specialist in the network. So it can sometimes add just a little bit extra time before you can go see the specialist. But also, it's sometimes that people appreciate that because then there is the primary care doctor who's actually functioning like a primary care doctor, kind of like the quarterback on your healthcare team who's keeping track of your care and trying to help coordinate that with you. So you're not just picking specialists blindly out of a phone book, and you're getting a little bit of coordination there. Now, PPO, if you want to know what that means, it stands for Preferred Provider Organization. With a PPO, there is still a defined network of providers. And with a PPO, you're going to try your very hardest to stay in that network because if you see doctors who have a contract with the insurance company, you're going to pay less for your care. So you're going to try as hard as you can still to stay in network, just like with the HMO. The difference is with a PPO, you can choose to go out of network for routine care. So if you are want to have that flexibility to see any provider who will accept your plan's terms and conditions and will let you go and see them, and that gives you the peace of mind to sleep at night, then a PPO might be the way to go. Oftentimes our clients who are snowbirds, who have two homes and might live in one place for several months out of the year, oftentimes they choose a PPO as well because that gives them the flexibility to see in-network providers wherever they are with the plan, the health plan that they choose. Now, some HMOs offer some travel discount or travel benefits. There can be little exceptions to all of these rules, but as in a nutshell, that's why you would choose a PPO over an HMO. Now, one thing I do want to point out, because I've had clients call me and say, I have a PPO, I thought I didn't need a referral. That's true. However, some specialists are going to still ask to get a referral from your primary care doctor because they want to get the clinical notes from the doctor. They don't just want people scheduling appointments with them willy-nilly. They want to have some of the background notes and some of the previous care so that they have a starting place where they go. So that you might still get asked for a referral, but the insurance company itself is not going to require you to get one. The next kind of plan is a special needs plan. Special needs plans have membership requirements. So not everybody can enroll in a special needs plan. You must have whatever the special need is that they are trying to help with in order to qualify. Some examples of special needs plans are if you have a chronic condition. So if you have diabetes, if you have congestive heart failure, if you have COPD, there are certain health conditions, and these aren't available everywhere. But if you have a plan for a chronic condition and you have that condition, you might consider enrolling in one of those plans because they often have special pricing for medications that are associated with that drug, or maybe they have extra medications that are available, or maybe they have some help with care coordination for this certain condition. So those are something you might consider checking out. It's not always the case that if you have a chronic condition available to you and you have that condition, that that's the right plan for you. Sometimes just a regular Medicare Advantage plan is the correct choice. So you want to evaluate your options as always. Another kind of special needs plan is a dual eligible special needs plan. So those are for people with Medicare and also Medicaid. And so Medi. So if people have Medicare and a form of Medicaid from the state where they live, and there's a special needs plan that offers additional support, that might be an excellent choice for those dual eligible people. Now, there's other kinds of Medicare Advantage plans that we're not going to talk about. There's private fee-for-service plans. There's Medicare savings account programs. These are not very common. So if you happen to live in an area that has those available, talk to your broker. We can help explain how those plans work, and you can decide if one of those might be right for you. But as a general rule, these are the sorts of plans you're going to be enrolling in if you choose a Medicare Advantage plan. Thanks for watching.